Most people who are non-compliant with SARS don't know it yet. They think they're fine. They are employed, they have an accountant, they haven't heard from SARS. But tax compliance in South Africa doesn't work on assumptions. It works on records. And in this video, I'll show you how to know, not guess, if you're compliant. Let's start by clearing some things up. Being tax compliant doesn't mean that SARS has not contacted you, or you paid some tax, or you filed once or twice, or that your employer deducts PAYE. Tax compliance means something very specific. Every tax you're required to register for is registered. Every return you're required to submit is submitted. Every submission matches what SARS sees. Anything else is partial compliance, and partial compliance is where there is risk. This is where people get caught out. They assume employment equals compliance. One income stream equals simplicity. Silence from SARS means safety. But SARS doesn't operate on assumptions. They operate on data. If income exists and returns don't reflect it, compliance quietly breaks, even if nothing feels wrong yet. To know if you're tax compliant in South Africa, you need to check 3 layers, not just one. So the first is registration. Are you registered for every tax that you are required to register for? And this will include personal income tax, corporate income tax, provisional tax, PAYE, VAT, dividend tax. And if registration is missing, your compliance is already broken, even if nothing else goes wrong. The second one is submissions. Have you submitted every return you're required to submit? This will include your annual returns, provisional returns, payroll or VAT returns that are required every month or every second month. And if you're missing even one return, your compliance is already broken, even if you filed other returns as well. And the third one is alignment. Do your submissions match what SARS already knows about you or your business? Banks, employers, medical schemes, investment schemes, they all record data and report that to SARS. If your returns don't align with what SARS has on you, SARS will flag it automatically. So compliance isn't about intention, it's about alignment. So a very common misconception is this: I've already paid my taxes, so therefore I'm compliant. Payment does not necessarily mean compliance. Why? You can pay the wrong tax. You can pay the right tax on the wrong return. Or you can pay, but you still have outstanding returns. And in addition, you may have penalties already on your account. SARS actually cares about records first, money second. And that's why people get shocked when penalties appear, yet they've already been paying their taxes. And the best way to know if you're compliant is not to rely on assumptions or memory. You need to systematically check what you're registered for, what has actually been submitted, and what SARS says is outstanding. And this systematic process will remove guesswork, false reassurance, and anxiety. Clarity always comes before you fix your issues with SARS. So if you're not sure if you're compliant with SARS, that's already a powerful signal. Compliance is binary. You are either compliant or you're not. And if you start guessing, you're going to create even more risk. And while you're doing that, you might be piling up some penalties. So if you want to know if you're compliant across your personal and business tax, the first step is to run a compliance check. That's why we built the AmaTrillions free tax compliance assessment to replace assumptions with facts and help people regain control before penalties escalate. And once you've clarified your compliance, the next step is to figure out what do you fix and in what order. We'll tackle that in the next video.